Yeah, we had just some handcraft inspiration. Yeah. So I have special artifact. It's a key from launching space rockets from Baikonur. Yes, it will be my presenter. Yeah, so dear colleagues, I'm happy to see you here. Our team is Sindikat. Yes, we're presenting you our project CUP, Центр управления полета for Flight Control Center. So, let's talk. Yeah. So I want to. Yes, our fantastic engineering team. I want to present you. We have Mateja, middleware engineer, Mihail, and Slava. Yes, so it was a charm that we could make so obviously synesthesia, like we could product code and we could run it. And yeah, we don't know who we are, like obviously pushing our project into different sites, or we are doing one thing together. Yeah. So what was the inspiration and the idea of the project? So we accompanied, and okay, I brought with me some toys, electronic toys, like some Raspberry Pi, Arduino, like some wires. Mihail brought some ideas from development, and Mateja was like, "Oh, what are these two guys should do? Like, I am in game. Yeah, let's go." So we decided to play and provide not also, let's see, we wanted to make something real and to have some joy, like during hackathon, and we decided to focus on cybersecurity, kind of say on security. So probably everybody could see this wonderful deepfake picture. Yes, it was spreaded along the world. It was posted on different serious internet journals and magazines. So what if we have security critical conference, yes, with distanted participants, and what if somebody miss somewhere, or some device was stolen, yes, and then that participant appeared, like how can we define if it's a real person or not? Or, for example, we have some special phone to a financial director, and we have a call from him, like we need to send money somewhere, you know, that's kind of fraud situation. So, we inspired some talented business negotiators. Probably you could see that film. So we understand that some top person of C-level people who make decisions about finance and critical solutions, yeah, they are pretty, how to say, they are pretty valuable, yes, and we can't let something make decision from them, yes, and nobody should cheat. In one sentence, what is our project is? High-level proper concept. Yes, we try to introduce new topology within the microservices paradigm with integration of telecommunication services with resources of 3 different providers. And we could see some diagram what we have. So we have consumer, we have client device. It was supposed to use a Raspberry Pi connected to mobile network, but yeah, we were restricted a little bit, so we couldn't test client idea. So we were concentrated more on backend stuff, more on our services that were chosen. So you can see like client device, yes. For example, we want to have some conversation. Yes, we need to discuss something important. For example, we have, I don't know, a distant meeting in Ministry of Defense or in Ministry of Finance. Yes, So we need to ensure that our channel of communication is really secret, and that our consumers, our clients, both sides, they are real person. Yes. So we can use what? We can use, for example, API telesign solution to check if the SIM card is real or not. Yes, if that client is registered or not. Using Stackwity IoT, we have programmable network. Yes, so network can allow us all kinds of different security levels. Yes, and also we can be sure that we can send through the network encrypted footprint, yes, of device, so we can ensure that the device isn't phished and it isn't swapped too. And also we have some services that allow us to choose a method we use to verify our customer, or we can switch modes depending on our aims, like what we are gonna do, like, oh, we have a voice conversation, or we have some data transfer, etc. Yeah, we used Draft.io for SIP telecommunication from Jumbones to what else? So, in general, what our system contains here? We have client side. It was Python client. It is probably, but it works on my Mac, for example, yes, locally. So with no worries. We have middleware. We have UDP client. We have SIP server and Java SDK alternative implementation. Yes, here you can see a demo. Like we put everything to one script. Yes, and here is the output that all our services work together. Yes, if you, after my speech, you can ask some questions on realization on that. What else? Yeah, sorry for not so beautiful presentation. Here we try to focus on writing our implementation. If we had 1 week, it was done fully probably. But yeah, we could develop some backend, we could develop some front end, and what do we have here on backend? We have some client, UDP client side, written in Java. We have factory method that our TSUP, that our controlling service. And for front end, we just put some Nginx configurations for our similar website, just to verify that we can access, that we can reach our services. And Nginx was kind of like a proxy, just to test our idea and to make the traffic flow for resources we need. What else? Yeah, also, despite security, not security, but probably convenience, yes, from my experience, yes, on hackathon we need to solve some problems. Yes, I was working in a big automotive company, and my girl is working there still, and they have used FACT24, one also telecommunication provider, and they have a pain right now. They need to verify a lot of phone calls, a lot of phone numbers, and that phone numbers they are used to call alarms. You know, there could be different alarms. For example, if you're a manager of factory, of plant, yes, you can trigger alarm that there is a fire on a plant, yes, and you need some people there, some colleagues to save some data, I don't know. Or if there is some data breach in a bank, yes, you can trigger alarm for your team, yes, for security team. So if somebody mess up with alarms, yes, a SIM card can be cloned, because some providers, they don't provide any security stuff. Yes, so it's just a formal checkup. Yes, we have this phone number. What if phone number was deactivated and the new SIM was released? Yes, and it has another person. Yes, so or it was cloned. We can have a lot of man-in-the-middle attacks. For example, yeah, I can buy from AliExpress HackerF HackerF device. Yes, it's just a microcomputer with interfaces for attaching antenna. And I can go and collect open Wi-Fi or even closed Wi-Fi spots all around Belgrade. So it's not so hard to mess up with security nowadays. So yes, our solution was also to provide extra security level in situations when we really need it. And our TSUP, our control service, it allows us to choose from our aim, like what we need now. We can use this provider, or we can use that provider, or we need the third solution. And what else? Probably the main part of our hack, we can give some feedback on technologies, yes, because we are engineers, we are interested in development resources that are provided by companies, and we can give some feedback on telesign, for example, what we met. We would be grateful, for example, if there was provided a more flexible approach toward SDK users, for example, because we implemented some factory pattern, yes, from the code. So we have some propositions to development team, like how product can be improved. It's good, really, it has good documentation. But when we were working with something, we found the thing that we can propose, and we are happy to propose it, actually. Also for Draft.io, we met that stuff that Draft.io, they have JavaScript solution, yes, but they don't have C++. But if we are talking about some hardware implementation, yes, we are interested more in that languages that are mainly directed to hardware development. Yes, and that was pretty funny that we could develop our C++ solution. Yes, and also we can share it as a feedback with no problems. And for security, from my side, as I was working on that, there is programmable network. Yes. If we are talking about some programmable things, we mean that they are managed with code. Yeah, and if we are working in a modern solution, yes, we should be fancy. And if we can build network from the code, yes, if you can introduce infrastructure as code, it would be happy that the security can do that provider. It's just a proposal from my heart. Yes, and also during reading documentation, Security really, they have good documentation, even with some interactive fields that you can send requests. But for me, it was a lack of simple example of just simplest API based on Flask web framework. And just when you produce these small examples, it's easier to understand what is the product more. And also for all sponsors, we can suggest use Debian as a dev platform because we had problems compiling some SDKs and some code on macOS, on Windows, but it was in Debian also. In Debian it was good. It was on Ubuntu. It was bad situation even in Ubuntu with some packages, but the difference wasn't so big in our setup. So we spent some time on compiling the code. Yes, it was pretty interesting because we communicated with telesign team too. We were happy to to chat. Thanks guys for help. And what we defined for us, for our team of engineers, that we can build a solution with instruments that were proposed by companies, and we can provide some solution. We can provide some product. It can be sticked to some narrow aims probably. So, but at least we are happy that we can choose a lot of instruments to get to our target. And what else? Future development of our project. It can be product. It can be transformed into product, but we need to validate some idea. We need some consultations, probably from the management team, like how our soup can be developed further. Probably we need some business analytics, yes. It can be developed as a wrapper of all services, yes. It can be separated SDK probably, or we can even build a programmable solution as second BlackBerry. Yes, because actually, if we have access to network, like we can put all our code into one binary, for example, yes, and we make run it on mobile phone. Exactly. Yeah. So what is written? Various optimizations available. Yes, and what else? Yeah. This is our fluffy, distant, remote participant too, that helped me to code something at home. So, yeah, I'm happy to hear your questions. Yes, thank you for attention. Yeah, nice to meet you all.
Okay, excellent. So my first question for you is, if I distill the idea where telesign fits into this, is you're looking at a phone number that might be used to make a phone call to an individual, and you want to ensure that the person making that call is who they say they are.
Yes, that is. Unfortunately, we couldn't verify our idea with security IoT SIM card. But yeah, it would be, I found in documentation only the part about just the usual SIM card when we have a usual phone number. But I think it would be a good idea also to add check of that SIM cards for IoT, for example. Yeah, because we have a lot of data, we have a lot of sensors, yes, and also some devices, endpoint devices, they can be hacked somehow, or they can be changed too. And I think it would be a good business feature to introduce the first on the market, like, okay, we can check not also regular phone numbers, but we can check also IoT SIM cards, yes, just SIM cards for small devices. I think it will be a pretty good idea. Yeah.
A few very interesting concepts. Most of them look like they came from a Bond movie. But I want to ask specifically, like, one of these cases you described was trying to confirm, like, you mentioned, like, if there was a hypothetical situation where a highly important and conference attendee went missing. But I didn't really understand what was the solution for it. Can you go through it once again?
Our concept is that we can make some endpoint devices. We can develop them. Yeah, as I said, we can develop second BlackBerry, for example, where we can put some solutions that VoIP is integrated already, and we have direct API calls of some services, yes, and we can choose like our settings, like which services we need at the moment. So we can do any profiles, yes. So yeah, it was just idea from the head. Okay, how can we understand that the person on the other end of line is real one? So we can verify it by device ID, yes, by phone number, and by even by biometric data. Yeah, that is.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. And one more from me. What was the application of the Raspberry Pi that you wanted to introduce?
Yeah, it was just as simple like Raspberry Pi, network modem, USB hot plug, and microphone connected to Raspberry Pi. That's all.
So you wanted to build a new kind of mobile phone device.
It was kind of just a device just to test the idea, you know. Because with modern technologies, you can put everything like into small chip, and you can just request from some mobile phone factory to produce some special phones. You know, at the moment, as I know, like in some big companies, there are iPhones, for example, yes, with pre-configured configurations already, with some pre-configured profiles. That's all. But still, we have a vendor lock on Apple, for example, yes. but we can stitch our solution small part into one chip that will how to say solve our problems. Yes.
Thank you.
Cool. Yes. Any questions more? If you want, you can ask our team members too for Java implementation or C++ factory. Yes. If not, we will leave our contacts, yes, and we can ask stuff.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.